In this episode, I want to talk about relationships and more so the concept of healthy relationships. Now, before I go any further, I do want to note for everyone listening that a relationship is not just romantic relationships. Relationships are a connection between two or more people or things. So, yes, your romantic relationship, husband, wife. Yes, your relationship with your parents, your siblings, your extended family members, yourself, your Lord, your co-workers and colleagues, anyone, anything that you are connected to in any sort of way. Now, obviously, I'm going to be talking about our relationship with human beings rather than the relationship with things in this particular podcast. So thinking about your relationship with people, with humans, and the health of your relationship with humans that you are connected to. It's very, very easy to just look at the dynamics of a relationship and how great or not great a relationship is when you are evaluating a relationship. However, I'm a huge believer that the health of any relationship is based on the health of the individuals in a relationship, right? And the parts of themselves that they bring into a relationship. And I'm a huge believer also of the fact that the health of a relationship can only be as optimal as the health of the weakest individual or the least healthiest individual in a relationship. Let me say that again. The health of a relationship can only be as healthy as the weakest individual or the least healthiest person in a relationship. So what would that look like? Let's say you have two sisters, right? One is very much into her personal growth and she's very introspective and she is working on herself and she is working on her weaknesses and aiming to improve. And the other one is a narcissistic person who really couldn't give a damn about anyone but herself. Now, those two sisters, the health of the dynamic between those two sisters can only be as great or as healthy as the least healthy individual, meaning the narcissistic sister. So there's only a certain level of health that can be reached when one of the individuals in the relationship is quote unquote unhealthy or isn't in the healthiest place. And when I'm talking about health, I'm talking about emotional, physical, mental, all the aspects of your well-being, not just physical well-being. Okay. And so what does this mean then? As we are considering our relationships, it's so easy for us to look at what is missing and what the other person isn't doing and how they are showing up badly, quote unquote, how they are mistreating us, how they are violating our boundaries, etc., and not consider our own personal health and how healthy of an individual we are and what we are bringing of ourselves into our relationships. Because for us to expect healthy relationships without us paying attention to our own health, again, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, is just us being deluded. Straight up, honest, point blank, period. We're just being delusional. So while we're looking at him or her or them, what they're doing, how they're treating us, etc., let's just turn back to ourselves. Because we might be the weakest individual in that relationship. We actually might be the unhealthy person or unhealthiest person in that relationship. And it might just be because of us that our relationships are a bit of a mess. Now, I know it sounds like I'm blaming and I'm shaming out here. I know it sounds like that. That's not my intention. My intention is for us to take responsibility, for us to look at ourselves, for us to get honest. What part of myself am I bringing to my relationships? And is that part of me healthy? Is it conducive to a healthy relationship? Is it useful for a healthy relationship? Is it leading to the health and goodness of this relationship? And that level of introspection and honesty and taking responsibility is beautiful, because then it sets us onto the path of checking ourselves and taking action to improve the health of our relationships. So maybe we might be a person who is easily triggered. Maybe we're a person who flies off the handle. Maybe we're a person who is impatient. Maybe a person who just wants everything and wants to give very little. Let's be real. Because the level of our personal health, emotional, physical, spiritual, mental, will determine the health of a relationship, because a relationship, like I said, can only be as healthy as the weakest individual. And if we are the weakest individual in our relationships, then we can only expect a certain level of health in our relationships with people. Take a breath. Take a breath, take a breath, take a breath, and just take ownership and know that this is a beautiful opportunity. You know that I'm all about working on ourselves and growth and self-improvement and aiming to be the next best version of ourselves. That's what I'm all about. And me sharing this with you, me calling you out, me pointing things out, is just a way to love on you towards your next best self, to love on you towards the next version of yourself, and to love on you towards bringing your best self in every area of your life. And your relationships are one of those areas.